She was a queen whose throne dazzled the world, a woman of unmatched power and wisdom. Yet she bowed before the sun instead of Allah, until one letter, carried by a bird, changed her destiny forever. This is the story of Bilqis, the Queen of Sheba, her rise, her submission to Allah, her hidden struggles with the jinn, and her chilling warning about the greatest trial mankind will ever face. Stay with us, and don't forget to subscribe to Qissahub, where we uncover forgotten stories from Quran, hadith, and history. When you are ready, let's begin. Long before the time of Prophet Suleiman, alayhi salam, in the golden sands of ancient Yemen, amidst the fertile valleys of Sheba, a child was born who would one day shake the very foundations of idolatry. Her name was Bilqis, daughter of Al-Hadhad ibn Shahabil, king of Sheba. Her mother, according to certain Arab traditions, was from the jinn. Legends surrounded her birth. Some whispered that her mother was not entirely human, but from the jinn, for her beauty and wisdom seemed otherworldly. Others believed she was simply a noblewoman chosen by destiny. Whatever the truth, from the moment she opened her eyes, Bilqis carried an aura that set her apart. When her father died, chaos threatened Sheba. Rival tribes prepared for war. But Bilqis, young and untested, stepped forward. With eloquence and courage, she claimed the throne. Surprisingly, the people accepted her, for they saw in her a mind sharper than any sword. Her kingdom prospered. Sheba was rich, gardens flourished, trade routes stretched to India and Africa. Gold and incense filled the palaces. And at the center of it all was her throne, a marvel of human craft and jinn-like ingenuity, studded with jewels, gleaming in magnificence. Yet, despite her wisdom, Bilqis and her people bowed every morning to the sun, not Allah. The Quran confirms this. Indeed, I found a woman ruling over them, and she has been given everything, and she has a mighty throne. I found her and her people prostrating to the sun instead of Allah. Surah An-Naml, 27 verse 23 to 24. Far away in Jerusalem, Prophet Suleiman, alayhi salam, sat in his grand assembly. Armies of men, birds, and jinn stood at his command. He understood the languages of all creatures. Yet, one day, he noticed something strange. The bird, Hudhud, was missing. When it returned, it carried news that would change history. I have discovered something you have not known. I bring you sure news from Sheba. Surah An-Naml, 27 verse 22. Suleiman, the prophet king, was astonished. A queen of immense power, ruling a kingdom, yet deceived by sun worship? He immediately wrote a letter, sealing it with his signet, and entrusted it to Hudhud. The bird flew across deserts and valleys, until it reached the palace of Bilqis. It dropped the letter before her as she sat on her throne. The queen, curious, opened it and read, "It is from Suleiman, and it is, in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Do not exalt yourselves above me, but come to me in submission." Surah An-Naml, 27 verse 30 to 31. The words struck her heart. Who was this Suleiman who dared command her, yet began with the name of a god she did not worship? She summoned her generals and advisors. With her voice steady, she read the letter aloud. The room fell silent. Then the advisors cried out for war. But Bilqis silenced them with wisdom. Indeed, kings, when they enter a land, ruin it and humiliate its noblest people. But I will send him a gift, and see what his messengers bring back. Surah An-Naml, 27 verse 34 to 35. Her plan was clever. Test Suleiman's character. If he was merely a king, he would be pleased with riches. If he was a prophet, gold and gems would mean nothing to him. When her envoys arrived with treasures beyond imagination, Suleiman rejected them. His voice thundered, "Do you offer me wealth? What Allah has given me is far better than what he has given you. Nay, you rejoice in your gift." Surah An-Naml, 27 verse 36. Then he sent a warning. If she did not submit to Allah, his armies of men, beasts, and jinn would descend upon Sheba. The envoys returned trembling. Bilqis now knew this was no ordinary king. Determined to see him, Bilqis set out for Jerusalem. But Suleiman prepared a sign for her. He asked his assembly, "Which of you will bring me her throne before they come to me in submission?" Surah An-Naml, 27 verse 38. A jinn replied, "I will bring it before you rise from your place." But one man, blessed with knowledge of the scripture, said, "I will bring it before your gaze returns to you." And in the blink of an eye, the throne of Bilqis stood before Suleiman. When she arrived, Suleiman asked, "Is your throne like this?" She paused, astonished. "It seems to be the same." Her heart trembled. The signs were becoming clear. Then Suleiman invited her into his palace. She approached a dazzling floor that glittered like water. Thinking it was a river, she lifted her garments. But Suleiman told her, "Indeed, it is a palace paved with glass." Surah An-Naml, 27 verse 44. It was the moment of truth. Bilqis realized, her wealth, her throne, her palaces, none compared to the wisdom and power that Allah had given his prophet. With tears in her eyes, she declared, "My Lord, indeed I have wronged myself, and I submit, with Suleiman, to Allah, the Lord of the worlds." Surah An-Naml, 27 verse 44. The sun worshipper had now bowed to the creator of the sun. Narrations differ. Some say she married Suleiman, becoming a righteous queen beside a prophet. Others say she returned to Yemen, ruling as a Muslim and guiding her people to Islam. Either way, her legacy changed forever. Her outward story seemed complete, a queen who had bowed to Allah. But behind the curtains of history, whispers remained. The jinn who once ruled over Sheba through idolatry were enraged at her conversion. They whispered rebellion among her people. They plotted in secret. They sought to reclaim the throne of Sheba through sorcery and deception. Bilqis now faced a battle greater than any war. The fight to protect her faith and her people from the unseen forces that despised her submission to Allah. And though she had found Islam, the shadows of her lineage and the vengeance of the jinn were only beginning to unfold. As Bilqis grew old, her reign became a symbol of justice. She had replaced idolatry with tawhid, silenced the soothsayers, and crushed the rebellion of the jinn by Allah's permission. But before her death, she gathered her closest scribes and said, "I was once deceived by light, the blazing sun in the sky. I bowed to it, thinking it was divine. Yet it was but a creation of Allah. And the jinn, who whispered to me and my people, cloaked falsehood in beauty, so that we thought it was truth. Beware, for they will not stop until the end of time. And in the last age, they will bring forth a deceiver unlike any the world has seen." She left these words sealed in a scroll, warning her people that the battle between truth and deception was not over. Her warning echoed a reality mentioned in the Quran. Indeed, he, Shaitan, and his tribe watch you from where you do not see them. Surah Al-Araf, 7 verse 27. Bilqis had fought this unseen battle in her palace. The whispers of the Shaitan, the tricks of the sorcerers, the glowing of lifeless idols to fool her people. But the Prophet Muhammad later revealed that these were only shadows of a far greater trial to come. The Messenger of Allah said, "Since the creation of Adam until the hour begins, there has never been a fitna greater than that of the Dajjal." Muslim 29:46. Just as Bilqis once bowed to the sun, a false source of light, the people of the last age will be tempted by the false miracles of the Dajjal, who will claim divinity, commanding the skies to rain and the earth to produce crops. And just as Bilqis had to pierce through the illusion of glass and water in Suleiman's palace, mankind will have to pierce through the illusions of Dajjal, who will make paradise appear like hell, and hell like paradise. The Prophet warned, he will have with him a paradise and a hell, but his paradise will be hell, and his hell will be paradise. Bilqis's journey, from deception to truth, is a mirror for humanity, as she was deceived by light of the sun, as people in the end will be deceived by false miracles. As she faced the whispers of the jinn, as people in the end will face their greatest leader, the Dajjal himself, supported by Shayatan. as she found safety by following a prophet, Suleiman, as the people of the last age will only find safety by following the guidance of the final prophet and clinging to the Quran and Sunnah. I trust only in Allah, as Bilqis said when she embraced Islam. I submit with Suleiman to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Bilqis' scroll, her hidden testament, became a reminder that the battle against deception is eternal. She had seen the tactics of the jinn in her time. We will see the tactics perfected in the era of Dajjal. And as her words foretold, the Ummah of Muhammad will face the greatest trial, a trial where only those with faith as firm as the throne of Suleiman will survive. May Allah in His infinite mercy help to strengthen our deen and helps us to be trophy over the trial of life. Ameen.